It's your boy Rodney Perry. I'm bringing you an evolutionary experience. Hey, it's game changer.
Hi, this is India with Designer Accessory Adoption. Thanks for watching this video and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so I thought I would be flipping the video around and you'll see me pulling over my office chair. Come on now. To get a better angle. But we'll just do it through my office chair. Alright, so let me push this forward so you can see a little bit better. There we go. So the hardware protectors that I purchased, let me just pause here for a second and mention that this company did not ask me to do this, but her customer service has been, it's whiting it out, absolutely amazing. And let me just angle it down so you can see. So this is the store on Etsy called Cactus Wren Creatives. And I've never used this company before, but pretty much what happened with this person was they make these by hand. They don't have like an industrial or commercial machine that automatically cuts these for them. What happened was when I initially bought the first set, it seemed like there was going to be a shipping delay. So even before I noticed there was going to be a shipping delay, the wonderful owner of that store, Etsy store, reached out and said, hey, it looks like there's going to be a shipping delay. I'm going to send you another pack just in case there's a mailing delay. I didn't even have to ask. That's just amazing customer service. So that's the reason why I wanted to highlight her company, because she definitely gave a great impression with that. And it comes with this pretty card also, which is nice as well. And she's located in Phoenix, Arizona. Yep, Phoenix, Arizona. So I will also leave a link to the favorite, so that way you can find the Etsy store if you're interested. And she also, because of that reason, cuts these herself. She gives you two she gives you 2 packs just because one could be off. So I think that's really nice. But pretty much from reading the description of hers, I never used her company like I mentioned before, but I saw a lot of good reviews, and she mentioned that pretty much the materials that are used to stick to the hardware is similar to what they use, I think, in the auto industry. So it's designed not to damage the surface that the adhesive is attaching to. And I definitely wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to end up damaging this. And so I'm going to do a slight change here, actually. So you're probably wondering, why in the world did you buy a favorite? That's from an LV bag. Well, this is also another thing. You will not find handbag protectors for this handbag here. So I thought, because of the shape of the hand of the favorite, and she makes these to actually wrap on the top, on the front side and the back side, that I'll finagle it a little bit and get it to fit onto my bag here. And I was actually going to first start off with this B part back here, because where my main concern is, as I'm opening and closing and this piece of hardware, I don't want it to basically scratch on this side or on this side, on the front side of my hardware here, because this is a lot of hardware. And as it looks scratchy and things like that, or you get the, you know what I'm saying, afterwear, it just does not look as great and pristine. And so I wanted to try to keep it in the best shape possible. So that was my logic with the favorite, because I thought 2 packs of these would give me enough where I can kind of like mix and match it together and get it to work. Now, thankfully, because of a person, I don't remember their name, but there was a conversation I was having through YouTube to a person on Chase Amy's channel. So if you have not heard of her channel, definitely check her out. And I don't remember the topic, but I got a response from someone when I mentioned I had purchased this bag and I was waiting for my hardware protectors to come in. And they mentioned, I used to work for or either they currently do or used to work for Burberry, and they were saying Burberry's hardware is known for tarnishing. And I hadn't personally had any major issues with Burberry's hardware tarnishing from the 2 bags that I've had. I also haven't purchased Burberry handbags in several years, like over 10 years probably, and this since my last purchase. So because of that, I thought, you know what, let me err on the side of caution, and I don't know how these are going to work, and I don't want it to damage my bag. So all I'm going to do is actually stick the hardware protector right here. I feel like worst case scenario, I will test this out, and then if it starts pulling off the surface, I would not like that to happen, but if it did, I'd much rather it happen to this versus this or this. So I'm just going to check it often and just make sure that it looks okay. And I feel like that's a smaller space. So that way, pretty much like I mentioned before, if this is what I'm worried about and it going into this piece right here, that should give me that protection. Now, obviously, this is a lot of hardware. I could run into something. Somebody could brush against me. So it doesn't protect this exterior, but I feel like it'll be safer if I just test the waters out a little bit and eventually gravitate to moving it to the rest of the hardware if I so choose. But for right now, I feel like that's the safest bet. And then I also am debating, you'll see there's some plastic on here right now. This is from the store. I am thinking about putting it on here as well, but I am going to wrap it onto the handbag strap. So I actually might include that in this video depending on, yeah. So you might see that too. But I'm going to open it. It's got a little cute stamp. So you'll see this. Now, her instructions do say use plastic tweezers. I wish I would have known that. I would have ordered. She has a set where you can just buy the hardware protectors. And then she also has a set where you can buy it with the tweezers. So had I known, it advised me to use plastic tweezers is actually what I should say, then I would have actually bought that. So that's just one thing I wish I would have known in advance. So I ended up buying these later because they say don't touch it with your hands and don't use metal tweezers, which is what I had, which is the reason why I did not buy tweezers initially. All right, so I think I'm going to cut off the light here just so it helps because I think it's kind of like basically washing this out, and that doesn't seem to help too much either. But here it is, if you can even see that. So it looks like I probably should cut this so that way I'm not pulling off the entire piece. So I believe I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to look at the measurements here really quick just to kind of figure out a strip. So we'll do that. It looks like it needs to be about here. Probably should like mark it with something. That's why I am not a crafty person here. Let me grab a little something here. All right, so let me just go on the interior and then figure out. I'm gonna take the lid off this pen and kind of go where this dips a little bit here. And I'm doing that because there's some extra room on the other side, so. There we go. So I'm just peeling this off now. Can you see that? Peeling. Sorry, I don't wear nails, so my hands are not cute, honey. So I made it fatter than, see how fat that is? And so since I don't want it to get stuck to, I probably should have done a better job, but let me just stick it back on here and then try to cut that a little bit better. see that. You see that? I'm just going to cut around that ugly circle that you saw me draw. So we're going to do that. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. I just want to get enough to cover up that portion. So now that I got my circle cut, I'm just gonna, there we go. Like you see what I'm doing? Oh, you can't see that. But pretty much I'm just taking my tweezer and separating the plastic from the tweezer. Lord have mercy. The plastic from the little material from the back side. It's kind of, there's a little corner. There we go. Yeah, there's a little corner that I need, so I'm just smoothing it out on the side here. And before I take that whole piece off, just want to make sure it's gonna fit. And let me just see here, because I should be able to dip it. Yeah, it's not dipping in, so I might have to cut that part. So I'm just going to cut the excess off. Try to make sure that. And then I'm just flattening the top part down. So I don't know if you can see this, but it kind of goes over. So I'm doing that little lip there, if you could see that, and flattening it down so we can get the underside. There we go. And I'm just using my plastic to do that part. Because what I don't want it to end up doing is having like the little lip or something and then it comes up. So let's test it out. Okay. So I have it put on there. It's not taking away from the shine. So that's nice. But I'm just going to test it out here and close it. All right, we got it closed. Lovely. Opened. Let me get it open. Great. Huh. Seems to be doing okay. Try to close it one more time. And I just want to look at it from this angle here so I can see it close and open. Perfect. Because this little hook here has a little lip on it. So that's what I'm looking at. Sorry. I need to look at it. Perfect. It doesn't seem to be, let me see, giving any issue. And make sure it works out, but it looks like it is so far. So that is my application of the hardware protector. And I thank you so much for watching and spending a little bit of your time with me today and watching that information. Like I said, I hope it was helpful. Definitely don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you made it to this point. You're really enjoying this video, I'm going to assume, and definitely share it with somebody. Like and subscribe if you have not done so already. And I typically load videos every Wednesday, so if this is your first video with me, I load videos every Wednesday covering topics related to fashion, luxury. The pre-loved market is more so what I focus on, and also talk about contemporary brands too. I also throw in lifestyle topics, so if you're interested in any of those, definitely consider coming back. And I also have started releasing videos on Saturdays as well, twice a month. So, and I don't announce that because those are kind of like surprise videos. Some months I do them, some I don't. But I am trying to get on a better routine to actually do them monthly. I'm just not there yet. Thank you so much. Comment down below if you have any questions. And I will talk to you again. Bye.